So one thing that I haven't given any credit to, I haven't spoken about, is probably what is my favorite accessory. Of all the things that I have purchased to complement my motorcycle riding and multiple bikes now, I have to give credit to the one company that no Indian rider really wants to give credit to, but I'm going to do it. And here goes. Thank you, Harley Davidson. Yeah, I said it. But here's the reason I'm saying it. Now, I don't have a Harley Davidson motorcycle, and I have nothing against Harley Davidson, in all honesty. But what I'm thanking them for is for making a really fine heated suit. I have really enjoyed the suit that I have. I have explored that. I've been across the country with it.
Heated gloves, a heated jacket, all the way down to my socks. That's what really makes this possible.
In as low as 29 degrees with just one jacket layer, a long t-shirt, and that insulated layer. And I have been very comfortable. Actually had that on low or medium at that time and just really had no problems whatsoever. Was not cool, not cold. So I just want to say that they make a really fine touring suit. And I think it's the best investment I could have made, because instead of hanging everything up in mid-October like a lot of folks have to do, really been fortunate, because here I am just a week and a half away from Christmas time, and I have no problems in continuing. It started out 37 today, maybe approaching 40, and I didn't have a problem in the world with that. It just didn't even concern me, as long as it's decent weather, it's sunny. When I say that decent weather, meaning there's no precipitation, no increased danger. And even though I could ride in probably 25 degree weather or even below that, I typically would not want to do that, only because all it would take is for someone to throw out a can of soda or something, and all of a sudden I got myself in some real trouble. But thank you, Harley Davidson, from an Indian rider. I mean, what can I say? Indian didn't support with that heated gear, and my local dealership didn't actually provide any anymore. They had provided heated gear previously, but really hadn't sold any. So, for what it's worth, for someone that's not in the business, not selling anything, I can tell you that if you ride a motorcycle and you want to do it for longer periods of time, or you're wondering about the investment of having a motorcycle, let me say what my experience is. If you get a heated suit, it'll extend your riding season another 3 months minimum. I mean, now maybe in some of the, you're talking Maine or New Hampshire or some of those where there's just snow, doesn't matter the temperature so much, okay, maybe I can buy that. You really have to shelve it for a longer season. But anywhere approaching where you just get cold and maybe some rain in the mid-Atlantic, down south, even in the Midwest, I mean, I'm going to strongly encourage you to take a look at heated gear. And in my case, I'm not going to look back. Harley Davidson makes some really fine gear, but let me tell you one thing I don't like about Harley gear, at least as it relates to the heated gear specifically. Now, I don't know about the others, and gloves and boots and other stuff, but I ended up getting the liners for the gloves. I got the jacket, got the pants, and got the liners or covers for socks, right? So I had all the stuff. But in each one of them, they came in a different size for me. So I ended up having, I don't remember what the exact size was, but let's say it's medium pants, large jacket, extra large gloves, and maybe small socks or whatever. It's like, what kind of freak do you think I am? It was just really wacky. So I was really glad to have the support of the local shop to go in and actually buy it. That was not something I wanted to do online, and I'm glad I didn't, because I would have been returning everything, and then I would have been disappointed. It just probably never would have worked out. So if you have a dealership that sells heated gear, avail yourself of it. I mean, it's really nice, and take it for what it's worth. I'm not trying to sell Harley gear or heated gear specifically, but I'm just trying to do you a favor that you can really enjoy some extra season of motorcycle riding. And heck, if I were on a snowmobile or even a tractor or something, I would give real serious consideration to it, because it's just that much more comfortable. I mean, today I've been riding all day and in the 40s, in the 50s, and there have been times where I've actually been quite warm and just turned the heat off. Didn't really need it anyway. In the case of the Harley gear, other than early this morning, I didn't even need to turn it on, because it has a real thin coat insulation. So it's a light insulation, but it's also it's performance oriented. I mean, I don't know what to say other than it works, and I've not been cold since I've had this. And so I'd encourage you to really consider it, because it makes a huge difference. So that's my favor to you in telling you. Thank you, sir. He's gonna let me pass across the way there. You can't see him, I'm sure, in the pickup truck. Like you. So I'm going to go ahead and end this right here and just say, I'm going to advise any of you that can, that like to ride, want to extend your season, go ahead and get that heated gear. Do it. Why not? What have you got to lose but gain a couple more months of riding? You get a better investment in a bike. Shoot, you can only go 4 months or 6 months riding. What's the point in that? Why not go 8, 9, or 10, or heck, if you get just dumb lucky, go all the way for 12, just year round. And I'm fortunate to say that I've been able to do that here in Tennessee. Our winters, they're not severe winters. I wouldn't say they're completely mild either, but we can get by with 12-month schedule. The only difficulty I would say is probably in March, when it gets a little bit rainy, possible storms, and then they kind of spring up unexpectedly. But I'm not sidelined by cold, and I like that. So I keep going on and on and on about it, but it really is the best accessory I could have chosen. Better than any racks, better than anything that I've used so far. Just simply because it extends my riding season so much. I love it so much. Oh, I love these twisties, baby. Woohoo! Socks actually interface here, and tuck it back in. The gloves will plug into the jacket by the same means, and there's also a little pocket to tuck that in. So I'm going to quickly demonstrate how these pants work, although I'm not wearing them. The Harley Davidson just has a press and hold for 5 seconds. So I'm plugged into the bike now, which I've actually run down into directly to the battery in my case. So it says socks and pants because that's what plugs in. So press and hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's one little orange tab. I can increase it by tapping it one more time, and it goes to number 2, and then 3, and then it just toggles that way. So works really well, works every time. I don't have to look at it. I just simply press and hold and count to 5, and it's on. Works perfectly.